Hello. For the first question, the research community I choose is zoology because I'm a freshman majoring in zoology and my goal is to become a veterinarian. I chose this major because I really want to understand animals and eventually use that knowledge to care for their health and well-being. Zoologists, they study animals, which include their behavior, anatomy, evolution, habitats, and how they interact within their environments. Their research helps scientists, conservationists, and veterinarians make informed decisions about animal care and wildlife conservation. Research is an essential part of zoology because scientists use evidence to understand animal health, behavior, and populations. Zoologists collect information by observing animals, conducting fieldwork, performing lab research, and analyzing data. They also read scientific journals and collaborate with other researchers to stay current on new discoveries. This information helps improve conservation efforts and can even contribute to advances in veterinary medicine. Zoologists share information through scientific journals, research conferences, universities, wildlife organizations, and government agencies. They communicate their findings so other researchers and animal health professionals can build on their own work. As someone who wants to be a veterinarian, I know that learning how to read and write scientific research will be an important part of my education and career. As a freshman, I'm really just beginning to prepare to join this discourse community. I'm taking Bio 2 in the fall and zoology courses hopefully in the spring to help build my scientific writing and researcher skills. Over the next few years, I hope to gain hands-on experience by volunteering at animal shelters and veterinary clinics and also participating in undergrad researching, which will hopefully eventually help to applying to vet school. The quote that stood out to me from Making Your Move by Writing in Genres is conducting a moves analysis can be your first step to considering how to carry out goals and maybe even expressing your individuality in a new genre. I think this quote connects to my future career because veterinarians and zoologists communicate through many different types of writing, including lab reports, research papers, patient records, and even case studies. Learning the conventions of each genre can help me become a better communicator and a more effective veterinarian. For my second question, I had to adapt to the conventions of a genre when I usually completed lab reports in my bio class. In my senior year of high school, I took a college bio 1, and so writing lab reports was very different from writing a traditional essay, which I was also doing at the time, and it required different sentence structuring, which were like intros, methods, like my results, and a separate conclusion, which was really different and odd. And instead of sharing my opinions like I would do in a normal English essay, I had to present observations like objectively, organize my data clearly, and also support my conclusions with evidence like from the experiments. I kept the scientific evidence, data, and organized structure because those are essential parts of scientific writing. However, my writing style, by using formal language, avoiding personal opinions, and following the format expected for a lab report. This experience showed me that writing changes depending on purpose and audience. A quote from Thursday's lecture that connects me to the experience is from Walter Fisher, which I didn't know, but it was rhetoric refers to the examination of the true nature of speech, practices, and literary forms of discourse. This quote reminds me that each genre has its own expectations, and as I continue working towards becoming a vet, I'll need to adapt my communication depending on whether I'm writing a research paper, documenting a patient's medical record, communicating with other vets, or explaining a diagnosis to pet owner. Overall, this assignment helped me understand that each research community has its own way of communicating. As a freshman zoology major with a goal of becoming a vet, being able to clearly share information would be just as important as understanding animal science because it'll allow me to provide the best possible care for animals and work effectively with other professionals. Thank you.